Today we're going to take a gander at the strongest boat you'll ever see. Because today we're back with the maxed buff test. This time I want to check out the top half, but before that, obviously I want to see how the lower tiers work out first. First things first, the 000 is pretty lame because it only shoots one projectile, so went ahead and get a Grape shot. Kind of goes out saying shoots 6 extra projectiles, so we're basically getting 6x the damage. Anyway, I am surprised I've never tried out the top path boat yet in this test, because like if we think about stuff that has good single target, which is almost all the time the biggest roadblock in free play, do you have enough bad damage? Well, the 520 is pretty good at that. Pretty good at receiving buffs, minus the fact that the mini planes can't be buffed by stuff like the permabrew. But other than that, all the other buffs kind of work on it. Well, okay, also overclock, but you know what I mean. That's still a large amount of buffs to be given, where I think it'll perform pretty well. Add on the fact too that, you know, it's one of the few heroes that gets an insane hero boost. What other land towers can get twice the amount of power from, well, a hero? Not much, other than the water towers. Anyway, single turret damage on a bad looks to be about 300, 600, 700 at a time at most. You also might be wondering, why did I put the, the boat on land? Like, where there's a perfectly good spot up here, and so I wouldn't need Lord of the Abyss to be stealing some pops away. Overall, I think it's fine to leave this, like, attacking the balloons and even slowing down the Moabs, because if you like late game, it's gonna be negligible damage compared to the boat. I got it just a bit outside of the modded Golden Village here, which gives the passive TSG buff without getting the pops that a normal TSG does. But reasoning, it's just simply a better spot than putting up here, because it is closer to the exit, and putting up here doesn't really give you much more time. Maybe one allows you to hit these ZMGs coming in 1 second earlier. I don't think that's gonna matter too much. Also, I should be doing some blast targeting. Forgot about the Mega Knowledge for a second. But depending on what's on screen, it's a good idea to do this to get 10% more damage, and also to make it a bit more consistent. I guess if we're talking about putting it on last, then technically here would be a bit better, because then the backside grapes would be shooting perfectly on the right side, rather than the bottom right, which there's barely any balloons. But again, you gotta trust the process, and I guess, believe me, it probably won't make too much of a difference in the end. With just 010 and max buffs, we're getting up to, I see, a peak of 20,000 at a time, depending on how many mobs on screen. You can thank the new quote-unquote edition of Lord of the Abyss, not just for putting things on water, but also the 40% pierce, so that's the only reason we see such high numbers. Also, you might probably notice by now that currently the boat is missing the flagship buff. We'll get it, don't worry. I mean, once you buy 510, it affects itself. But I think for the lower tiers, it doesn't really matter too much. We'll just roll with the current buffs that the Golden Village gives, because I kind of want to run this as a single hero test, just for arbitrary reasons. Boat's so good that it can beat 119 bads all on its own. Okay, maybe minus the fact that Brickle's pistol did a little bit of damage there, but still. Now, correct me otherwise, but I'm pretty sure the Grape Shot is the strongest max buff tier 1 upgrade in the game, even surpassing stuff like, I guess, Super Monkey. I say that as I think we're going to die to 128, or if not, it's going to be a close one. Let's see. No Homeland ability, but we still got it. Nice. But I don't think anything can compare to the amount of projectiles this thing brings, aside from maybe the Druid at a close second. But, yeah, if anyone's surprised that this thing got to 129, then don't be. Because I fully expected it that it'd get this far. Even 129 closest so far. Still hanging on, though. And strong turreting for the FDDT here. Oh, and it's over. Well, over for the 010, but all we need to do is now buy one upgrade, and suddenly, 130 should be much, much, much easier of a kill. Maybe not much, but a little bit easier. Again, I do realize I'm maybe slightly inaccurate, because I think without the Lord of the Abyss, we would have leaked earlier than now, but it looks like 135 is the end for this one. But now it's time for Double Shot, right in time to save us. Unfortunately, I'm actually just realizing that this might have been a better test to do before the big Double Shot nerf a while ago. So in a patch like I think 9 updates ago, they changed it so the amount of grapes are not double anymore. It went down from 10 to 6, so losing 4 grapes at a time is huge, considering you see just how useful they were. Now it's just a shell of itself. A shell as in still doing 19,000 damage per second. Again, 100% would have died without the Loda on this round. I think because of the double shot nerf, we're almost certainly going to need to destroy this round, unless the extra dart and grape is enough. It actually could be. Yeah, it's actually going to work until Called Arms is active and no longer Homeland, so now we're actually dead, right? Nope. Okay, still alive. Oh, crap. Last DT that leaked. Unlucky. Unlucky. What do we do better? I'm not sure. How about do nothing? And, okay. That worked. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. So we gotta actually put it sometimes on first, so that we guarantee all the grapes land, even though we lose 10% attack speed. Maybe now we can pull off some 10%. But I think we're gonna need to destroy regardless. Yeah, look at this double graping action on both sides. 20% HP threshold here. Unfortunately, it's gonna be too little too late. And again, we're gonna get some Brickle from in the form of like 2,000 damage, which was actually almost enough, but yeah. So this upgrade here is pretty disgusting, because when they say it attacks super fast, guess what? It's actually 5 times attack speed buff, which is why, well, it looks so dense like this. And now we're getting 6,000 single target, which absolutely tracks with 5x from what we had before. Also, okay, some people probably got triggered by me not buying Hot Shot, but trust me, it's just mostly cosmetic and wouldn't have actually helped us, because remember, DOT can't really be rate buffed. So that flat 1 damage over time every 1 second is really gonna do a whole lot when we're doing 20,000 per second. Need I say more? And now bring on the lag and bring on the 95,000 DPS that I just saw right there. I think we can easily surpass 6 digits if we have something else shooting on the other side. Look how quickly it's taking out bats now. My god. Only 2 pens in, and they're dead. 20 rounds later, how are we looking? I think overall still pretty healthy. The bads are just getting through the meat of where the boat gets most DPS. Yeah, if it's like right where my cursor is right now, or rather right next to the boat, I think their hitboxes are so big that both sides of the grapes hit. Correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless, I think it still has a lot of rounds in it, so we're jumping 10 rounds further. Actually, it might be DTs that kill us, because that looked awfully close that time there. Yeah, we're dead. Unless God called arms up to save us just in the nick of time. And 3 bads back to back to back. So we're gonna have to do some strong targeting, depending on if Last doesn't get the bads. Alright, this is gonna be a tight one. We're gonna pop the 3rd bad, obviously, first, because I have it pretty much on Last the entire time. Do I still want to put it on Last? Ooh, crap, that was tight. No, I need it on strong right now. Strong. Maybe now on Last? Because the ZMG will touch the B80. Still Last? Because double sides? Nope, no, back in first. I don't think that's enough time. Damn, so close though. Okay, I believe this run's much better. Still dead, unlucky. Okay, I think, before we drag it further, that is probably a good place to call the destroyer at. Now for aircraft carrier, honestly, I don't think it's gonna do too much better. Well, I'm sure it'll do much better than Destroyer, like enough to beat the round, but I just mean the amount of rounds that we'll get with this upgrade compared to only Destroyer. I think it's gonna be at most 5, maybe 10 if we're being generous. Because I'm looking at the balloons like right now, and like this round, maybe Last is bad, because I think it does affect how the planes targets. Okay, so this is a bit awkward. We have to forego the 10% attack speed now, just so that the AI of the planes actually get on the bads, which I guess is a sacrifice I'll be willing to make. Maybe for times like these, though, where it's always a bad on Last, then yeah, Last is good. Otherwise, no. But are you looking at this? This is the same situation as I had myself in before. In fact, it looks worse. Ain't no way. Back in first to snipe the DT. Back when Strong. But this shit's gonna pop at the same time, which I guess goes to show you the power of not having Overclock, Ultra Boost, and the Perma Brew. the fact that we did survive, but holy crap, we still almost died. That's kind of sad. Wait, we might still die? Unless the triple plane's clutch. Oh, there's not gonna be a lot of time there. Come on. Wow. Forget about 5 rounds, maybe 0. Oh, wow, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong about the Care Flagship being amazing, but this is still only a tier 4 preview. In the meantime, we did see a new peak of like 160k, 136 right here, so not bad, but this second attempt on Strong is going much better. I just had it on last for too long last time, but this should be a bit better. Oh god, it's still pretty slow. No, it's good. It has got to be on first now the whole way though, so get 1 of 2. I think it's still going to come down to the wire, but we did it. We beat 1 round with the aircraft that Destroyer couldn't. Okay, this is a bit awkward. There's only 2 bounds this round instead of 3, but somehow I'm not beating it. It's way worse than 176. There's no way 1 round of scaling did that much of a number on us, but it looks like it kind of did. Yup, 1 last try with the carrier, but I think 1 round is all it's going to get. Dice DTs every single time. Well, that was a bit earlier than I expected. But here comes the Flagship, now with a brand new icon for 20% attack speed approximately, or rather 17.6. Now strong targeting is going to matter more than ever compared to last, because I think the Grape damage remains the same, but the Flagship should be much stronger. Yeah, I think I saw 72k and the rounds weren't even close to being that dense here. But how much does that mean against BADs? With tier 4, we're able to beat them on the top bend here. Okay, it's not that much better, which concerns me. But it does give us, I feel like, at least 10 more rounds. Or again, is 10 too generous? Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's still getting dangerously deep into balloon leaking territory. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but double check to be sure, and it only increases the base pierce of the main attack, so that's why we're not seeing as big of an increase as we would like. Now I'm going to be disciplined and put strong targeting, even though there's bats coming in that the Flagship could target. Oh god. Our DT's getting through. Okay, have some faith here. 180 looked a lot cleaner than the win on 177. I attribute that to mostly that bats being more space is good. Then maybe it shoots on both sides a bit more often. So here's some fun food for thought. Get it? Because the grapes. But I think in comparison, this is about the round that the Apache Prime lost on when max buff. And that was, I think, with Azili and Givaldo. So you could say that for the cost, yeah, Care Flagship is really not bad to go for. Once again, I do like to reiterate that a lot of these tests are, I guess, in my opinion, a simulation of whether or not they're worth it to bring in a late game run. Is it worth the extra lag compared to the amount of damage they do? 200k, in fact, but considering this tower has a Paragon, you probably don't want the Flagship to lose you attack speed on your main Buccaneer boat. Even though this is 200k, I guess that really depends on the degree of the boat, but I still wouldn't go for it personally. Don't die DTs here, don't die DTs. I think we might leak. Nope, clutched in time. Holy crap, we're not gonna clutch this bat though. It was so far behind the first bat that I thought we'd have plenty of time. But no, we don't. We might die to this one instead. Back in first. Yep. Knew it. Man, I don't know. I guess we just put it on last a little bit earlier and hope the first one doesn't kill us. Dangerous game we're playing, though. Back on first. Okay, it worked out that time. I'm going to try to maximize shots on last for the ZMGs and hope I can beat it on the way around. Plenty of time to spare. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is down to 20%. Okay. Just some targeting changes go a long way, it seems. Wow. That popped so much earlier. I think that's what we call a severe skill issue in my part. Anyway, the last 2 rounds were pretty easy. This one might cause trouble, even though it's pretty tame. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling what I should target on. Strong or last? Because I feel like I don't want to pop the front one too late, but at the same time, the one in the back is not damaged enough. Or rather, it is now, so I'll just focus one at a time now, okay? First targeting. Nice. Both popped about the same time. It's close. Okay, 3 bats here. I think we're Omega cooked here. I would love to be proven wrong. It's nice that, like, there is a good amount of time that there's spread damage can help damage all bats at the same time, but it really depends on the angle, and the fighter planes do not get that spread damage. I'm doing too much number 1. Need to put on last now for number 2 and 3. Well, I don't think I have a targeting for bat number 2, so that's probably going to be the biggest issue. Yeah, it's definitely cooked. It does not even look close compared to 190, but again, I think it was a valiant effort by the Flagship for a low cost of 20-something K to get to 191. 191 is pretty good. Let me know if you agree with that, and thank you for watching. If you want to watch more videos similar to this, then maybe this video here will tickle your fancy. Otherwise, catch you later.